Jack Hudson slowly opened his eyes. Everything was blurry, and pain filled his body. He tried to sit up but quickly fell back, his head spinning. He took a deep breath and looked around carefully. Strange plants and tall, purple trees surrounded him. He could see a reddish sky above, unlike any he had ever seen on Earth. Jack tried to remember what happened. He had been on a space exploration mission when something went terribly wrong. His spaceship had been damaged, and he had crash-landed on this unknown planet. His crew, he remembered their faces, and his heart sank. He was alone, and he wasn't sure if anyone else survived. He slowly touched his side and felt something wet. Blood covered his hand. Jack realized he was badly injured and needed help quickly. He tried again to move, gritting his teeth against the sharp pain. Suddenly he heard noises nearby. Jack's heart started beating faster. He hid behind a large rock, hoping whoever or whatever was coming wouldn't notice him. Peeking from behind his hiding spot, Jack saw several figures approaching. They weren't human. Their skin was blue with faint silver markings, and their eyes glowed softly. They spoke a language he didn't understand, but their voices sounded angry. Jack remembered hearing about aliens who didn't trust humans. They believed humans were dangerous, capable of great harm. Jack felt afraid. Would they hurt him if they found him? As he watched, one of the aliens stopped. It was a woman, shorter than the others, her silver markings glowing brighter. She looked around, her eyes curious. The others called out to her, but she ignored them, moving closer to Jack's hiding place. Jack held his breath, his heart pounding. Loudly in his ears, the alien woman came closer and then looked directly at him. Jack froze, fear gripping him. But instead of calling the others, she made a soft noise and held up her hand, signaling him to stay quiet. Jack watched her carefully, noticing kindness in her eyes. She whispered something gently, words he couldn't understand but felt comforting. She quickly turned to the others and shouted something, pointing in the opposite direction. The group hurried away, leaving her behind. The alien woman returned to Jack, kneeling down beside him. She examined his wounds carefully, concern clear in her expression. Jack tried to speak, but he was too weak. His vision blurred again, and darkness took him. When Jack awoke again, he was lying in a small, comfortable room. The pain was still there, but it was weaker now. He saw the alien woman carefully cleaning his injuries, applying some sort of healing ointment. Noticing he was awake, she smiled gently. Who are you? Jack managed to ask weakly. The woman tilted her head, clearly not understanding his words. She touched her chest and said softly, Lyra. Lyra, Jack repeated. The name felt warm and gentle. Lyra continued her work silently, her touch gentle and reassuring. Jack watched her, feeling grateful and confused. Why had she helped him? Her people clearly feared and disliked humans. He remembered seeing the anger in their eyes. Lyra noticed his questioning gaze and smiled again, softly speaking in her language. Though Jack couldn't understand, her tone and expressions told him she meant no harm. She seemed genuinely interested in him, studying his face and hands with gentle curiosity. As days passed, Jack slowly recovered under Lyra's careful watch. He learned basic gestures to communicate with her, understanding simple needs and feelings. She showed him around her small home when he was strong enough. It was hidden among thick trees, far from other houses. Jack realized Lyra was taking a huge risk by helping him. He often saw worry in her eyes when strange noises or voices came near. Lyra always hid him carefully, ensuring he wasn't discovered. Jack began to understand her people's deep fear of humans. He wondered what had happened between their two species in the past to create such distrust. One quiet evening, as they sat together under the soft light of a strange glowing plant, Lyra brought out a small device. It displayed pictures of past events. Jack watched carefully as she showed scenes of her world. Suddenly, he saw humans in the images landing on this planet years ago. The humans looked curious but careless. Their arrival had caused terrible damage to the aliens' land, destroying much of their natural resources. Lyra looked sad, pointing to the humans and then to Jack. He felt deep sorrow and shame. He tried to explain that not all humans were bad, but words failed him. Instead, he gently took Lyra's hand and showed sincere remorse through his eyes. Lyra studied him, and slowly her expression softened, trusting him again. Their quiet moment was interrupted by angry voices approaching the house. Lyra quickly hid Jack behind a secret door. From his hiding place, he could hear her speaking calmly, arguing with others. His heart raced, hoping Lyra would be safe. When Lyra finally opened the hidden door again, she looked tired but relieved. Jack realized she had protected him once more. He owed his life to her bravery and kindness. Jack knew he had to prove to Lyra's people that he was not a threat. He needed them to understand humans could be good. Determined, Jack decided he would do everything possible to show the aliens they could trust him. He would not let Lyra's kindness and courage be wasted. He would find a way to make things right. Life at the Zion Palace gradually became peaceful and hopeful for Alex and Mia. Their supervised meetings continued, giving them valuable moments together. Each day, their trust and understanding grew stronger. However, Alex knew their challenges were not yet over. One afternoon, Ambassador Lisa Hart quietly spoke to Alex after a meeting, her expression serious. "Alex, our mission here is ending soon," Lisa explained carefully. "Earth needs us back. You must prepare to leave Zion." Alex felt his heart drop suddenly. "When?" "In a few days," Lisa replied gently. "I understand your bond with Mia is strong, but our responsibilities to Earth remain important." Alex nodded slowly, his heart heavy with sadness. He knew Lisa was right, yet the thought of leaving Mia behind felt unbearable. Later that evening, Alex met Mia quietly in the gardens under the watchful eye of their supervisor. Mia immediately noticed Alex's troubled expression. "What's wrong?" she asked softly, concerned. "I must leave soon," Alex admitted quietly. "Our mission here is ending, and Earth is calling us home." Mia's eyes filled with sadness. "I feared this day would come." "I don't want to leave you," Alex whispered gently, his voice trembling slightly. Mia took his hand softly, squeezing it reassuringly. "Our love has already faced so much. Perhaps this, too, can be overcome." "I hope so," Alex replied, feeling uncertain. "I'll do everything possible to return soon." Days passed swiftly, each moment together feeling precious yet painful. They spoke often about their future, imagining possibilities and hoping deeply. Finally, the day of Alex's departure arrived. Mia stood silently with Alex near the shuttle, her eyes shining with tears she bravely held back. "I promise I'll return," Alex reassured gently, his voice firm with determination. "We'll be together again." Mia nodded softly, managing a small smile. "I believe in us, Alex." As the shuttle doors closed, Alex watched Mia's figure grow smaller through the window, his heart aching deeply. The shuttle soon lifted off, carrying Alex and Ambassador Lisa swiftly back toward Earth. During the journey, Alex stayed quiet, lost deeply in thought. Lisa approached him gently, understanding his sadness. "Love often faces difficult trials," Lisa said softly. "But if your bond is true, it will survive this separation." "Thank you," Alex replied sincerely. "I must find a way back soon." Back on Earth, Alex quickly became busy with reports and meetings about the Zion mission. Yet his thoughts remained constantly with Mia. He spent each spare moment planning carefully how to return safely. Weeks turned into months, each day difficult and lonely. Yet Alex never lost hope, staying determined. Finally, he received news that Zion had invited Earth to send a permanent diplomatic representative. Alex immediately volunteered. "I must return to Zion," he explained earnestly to his superiors. "I understand their customs well and have already built strong connections there." Impressed by Alex's dedication, his superiors agreed. Preparations began swiftly for his return journey. Alex felt excitement and nervousness growing daily. After a long journey, Alex finally arrived back on Zion. Stepping out of the shuttle, his heart raced with anticipation. He quickly approached the palace, greeted warmly by Queen Eldara herself. "Welcome back, Alex," Queen Eldara said kindly. "Your dedication to peace impresses me deeply." "Thank you, Your Majesty," Alex replied respectfully. "I'm honored to serve here permanently." Queen Eldara smiled softly. "Your first task awaits you in the gardens." Confused but hopeful, Alex quickly walked toward the gardens, his heart pounding. There, beneath softly glowing lights, stood Mia, smiling warmly. "Alex," Mia whispered softly, her eyes shining with joy. "Mia," Alex replied warmly, quickly stepping forward to embrace her gently. "I've missed you deeply." "And I you," Mia replied, her voice tender and sincere. "When I heard you were returning permanently, I could hardly believe it." "Our love survived," Alex said gently, smiling warmly. Together, they walked quietly through the gardens, sharing stories about their time apart. Each word strengthened their bond, confirming deeply their feelings had endured. Days quickly became peaceful, with Alex performing his diplomatic duties and Mia continuing her faithful service. The Queen allowed their relationship greater freedom, seeing clearly the sincerity and strength of their love. One calm evening, Alex carefully presented a special gift to Mia beneath the gentle glow of moonlight. Opening the small box, Mia's eyes widened in surprise and joy, seeing a beautiful, simple pendant inside. "This symbolizes our love and commitment," Alex explained softly. "I promise always to cherish and protect you, and I promise always to stand by your side," Mia replied warmly, her voice filled with deep affection. Their peaceful life on Zion grew happier, their love respected by many. Yet Alex understood clearly their journey still faced challenges. Many Zions still watched closely, uncertain about the growing bond between humans and their people. But Alex and Mia remained patient, carefully proving their dedication daily through respectful actions and genuine kindness. Gradually, acceptance grew, and the palace felt more welcoming. One evening, Queen Eldara invited Alex and Mia to meet privately. Her expression was thoughtful yet gentle. "Your relationship began in difficulty, yet you have proven your sincerity." Queen Eldara began quietly. "I believe now it can strengthen our alliance further." "Thank you deeply, Your Majesty," Alex replied earnestly. Queen Eldara smiled gently. "Continue showing respect and patience. Your love holds great promise for our worlds." Alex and Mia nodded solemnly, feeling deeply grateful. They knew their love now had a clear path, strengthened by trials and proven by patience. That night, Alex and Mia stood quietly together beneath the stars, their hearts filled with peace and hope. "We've come so far," Mia whispered gently. "Yes," Alex agreed warmly, holding her close. "And our future holds endless possibilities." Together, beneath the peaceful Zion sky, they embraced softly, their love strong and certain, ready for whatever came next. Knowing clearly the value of patience and respect, they moved forward confidently, deeply grateful for the journey that had brought them here. Days continued passing slowly, with Alex and Mia being extra careful. They exchanged quick glances, careful smiles, and short notes hidden in safe places. Each small interaction brought them both happiness and sadness, knowing the danger still existed. One evening, Queen Eldara organized a special feast to honor the growing bond between Zion and Earth. The palace hall was decorated beautifully, glowing gently with soft lights. Alex dressed carefully, knowing the event's importance. At the feast, Alex saw Mia working quietly, gracefully serving the guests. They shared a swift, gentle look filled with quiet longing. But soon, Alex noticed a supervisor watching Mia very closely, his eyes filled with suspicion. Feeling tense, Alex tried to focus on his duties, carefully speaking with Zion leaders. Still, he couldn't shake off the worry. He knew Mia was being closely monitored, and his heart grew heavier. Later, Alex noticed Mia leaving quietly through a side door, looking anxious. Concerned, he quietly followed, careful not to draw attention. In the quiet corridor, he gently called out her name. "Mia, wait," he whispered softly. She turned quickly, eyes wide. "Alex, you shouldn't follow me. It's too dangerous." "I couldn't help it," he admitted gently. "You look worried. What's wrong?" Mia sighed quietly, her eyes filled with sadness. "The supervisors questioned me again today. They grow more suspicious every day." Alex felt anger and worry stir within him. "Did they hurt you?" "No," Mia reassured softly. "But their words were harsh and their threats clear." "We can't continue this way," Alex said seriously, his heart aching. "We need a safer solution." Mia looked down thoughtfully. "I don't want to lose you, Alex, but our love endangers us both." "I know," Alex admitted sadly, "but we can't give up yet. We need to speak openly with Queen Ildara again." Mia hesitated, her voice filled with worry. "Do you think she'll listen?" "She seemed thoughtful last time," Alex replied carefully. "Perhaps she can understand." They agreed reluctantly, knowing the danger. Alex quickly returned to the feast, his heart filled with tension. Later that night, he struggled to sleep, worried for Mia and their uncertain future. Early the next morning, Alex asked Ambassador Lisa for advice. She listened carefully, understanding his situation clearly. "Your feelings are sincere," Lisa acknowledged. Gently, "We must approach the Queen carefully, but I will help you again." "Thank you," Alex said gratefully, relieved to have her support. Together, Alex and Lisa requested a meeting with Queen Ildara. She granted their request quickly, her expression calm but thoughtful. "You return with the same concern," Queen Ildara observed quietly, watching Alex carefully. "Yes, Your Majesty," Alex responded respectfully. "Our feelings remain strong, yet we respect your customs deeply." Queen Ildara sighed, considering deeply. "Feelings can be powerful, Alex, but they also bring complications. Do you truly understand the risks involved?" Alex nodded earnestly. "Yes, Your Majesty. But true respect and peace must allow room for understanding and compassion." Queen Ildara listened carefully, eyes softening slightly. "Perhaps you speak wisely. Let me consider carefully." They left the meeting quietly, hopeful but uncertain. Alex quickly sent a careful message to Mia, sharing the hopeful news. Her reply brought warmth to his heart. Days passed tensely as Alex awaited the Queen's decision. Each hour felt long, filled with anxiety and hope. Finally, a messenger delivered a note from Queen Ildara, requesting Alex to meet her privately. Again, entering the Queen's chambers carefully, Alex felt his heart pounding. Queen Ildara stood quietly, her face calm but firm. "Alex," she began carefully, "I have decided to allow Mia and you limited supervised meetings. If your bond proves stable and causes no issues, perhaps greater freedoms can follow." Alex felt relief and happiness flood through him. "Thank you, Your Majesty," he replied gratefully. "We deeply respect your generosity." Queen Ildara's expression remained serious. "However, be cautious. I watch closely." "Understood," Alex promised sincerely. Leaving the Queen's chambers, Alex quickly found Mia working nearby. Her eyes filled with hope and joy as he shared the Queen's decision. "This changes everything," Mia whispered softly, her voice filled with relief. "Yes," Alex agreed warmly. "We can finally begin openly showing our respect and care for each other." Over the next days, they met carefully under supervision. Though limited, each moment together felt precious, strengthening their bond deeply. Supervisors still watched closely, yet their suspicion gradually softened. One calm evening, under gentle moonlight, Alex and Mia walked quietly together through the palace gardens. Their supervisor watched from a careful distance, giving them rare privacy. "I never imagined this possible," Mia said gently, her voice warm. "Me neither," Alex agreed softly. "Yet, here we are, our love overcoming fear." Mia smiled softly, her eyes filled with warmth and tenderness. We must continue carefully, Alex, but now hope feels real. I believe it too, Alex replied warmly. Taking her hand gently, days became calmer with fewer worries. Queen Ildara often spoke positively about the alliance with Earth, observing the genuine respect Alex demonstrated toward their customs and traditions. Mia, too, earned greater respect, praised often for her dedication and loyalty. Late one evening, while enjoying a quiet walk, Alex gently asked Mia, "Have you ever imagined leaving Zion, seeing other worlds?" Mia considered thoughtfully. "I never allowed myself such dreams before. But now, perhaps it's possible. Maybe someday," Alex suggested carefully, hope in his voice. "We could explore the stars together." "I would like that," Mia whispered warmly, smiling gently. "But first, let's secure our peace here." "Agreed," Alex replied tenderly, knowing clearly their path remained careful but promising. That night, Alex lay peacefully, thinking deeply about their journey. The risks and challenges had been enormous, yet their love endured, growing stronger. He knew clearly they still faced trials ahead, but now, with hope and understanding, he believed deeply they could face anything together. Closing his eyes, Alex felt gratitude deeply, knowing love had transformed everything, and for the first time, he slept without fear, trusting the future he and Mia were building carefully, step by gentle step. Alex spent the following days being extra careful, ensuring he kept a safe distance from Mia. His heart felt heavy, longing to be near her again. However, the Queen's stern warning still echoed in his mind. One morning, Alex attended a meeting in the Great Hall. Important Zions filled the room, discussing trade and alliances with Ambassador Lisa. As they spoke, Alex's attention drifted slightly, his gaze unintentionally finding Mia in the corner, quietly performing her duties. Suddenly, a loud voice startled him back to reality. "Human diplomat, are we boring you?" asked one of the Zion elders sharply. Alex quickly recovered, apologizing sincerely. "Forgive me, I was just thinking deeply about the proposals." The elder looked unconvinced, but continued speaking. After the meeting, Lisa approached Alex quietly, her face filled with concern. "You must be careful, Alex," Lisa warned softly. "Your distraction today was obvious. The Zions watch us closely." "I know," Alex replied quietly. "I'll be more careful." Later that evening, while Alex walked alone through the quiet corridors of the palace, he suddenly heard hurried footsteps behind him. Turning quickly, he saw Mia approaching, eyes wide with anxiety. "Alex, please," she whispered urgently, pulling him quickly into a hidden alcove nearby. "I must speak to you." Alex looked at her in surprise and concern. "What's wrong?" Mia's eyes were fearful. "There are whispers again. Supervisors are watching us even more closely. I worry something terrible may happen." Alex took a deep breath, steadying himself. "We must be extra cautious, but we can't let fear control us." Mia nodded slowly, her voice trembling slightly. "It's so difficult. I care for you deeply, yet it feels impossible." Alex gently took her hands in his, feeling warmth and strength in their touch. "We will find a way," he promised softly. "I won't give up on us." Mia looked up at him, eyes shining with determination. "Nor will I." They reluctantly parted, both knowing the danger, but also unwilling to surrender their feelings. Alex returned to his quarters, more determined than ever to protect Mia. Over the next few days, Alex acted carefully, keeping a safe distance from Mia during public events. Yet their hidden glances spoke volumes. Each moment apart felt difficult, their hearts yearning quietly. One afternoon, as Alex attended another meeting, a royal supervisor suddenly burst into the room, his face stern. "The Queen requests your immediate presence, Diplomat Carter." Alex felt his heart tighten, exchanging a worried glance with Lisa before following the supervisor swiftly to the throne room. Queen Ildara sat majestically, her face unreadable. "Alex," she began sharply, "I received disturbing information about your conduct. Witnesses claim you continue inappropriate contact with Mia. Alex bowed deeply, speaking clearly but calmly. Your Majesty, I have obeyed your instructions fully. Mia Ann, I have not crossed any boundaries. Yet you admit feelings exist? The Queen demanded, her voice firm. Alex hesitated, choosing honesty. Yes, Your Majesty. But we respect your rules and your authority. Queen Ildara narrowed her eyes thoughtfully. Feelings can be dangerous. They threaten order and stability. I understand, Alex responded carefully, but our intentions are pure. Mia has always shown great loyalty. The Queen was silent for a long moment before finally speaking. I will trust your word again, Alex, but know this. Any further suspicion will carry heavy consequences. Understood, Your Majesty, Alex replied earnestly. After being dismissed, Alex left the throne room feeling both relief and worry. He knew their situation had become even more delicate. Late that night, Alex lay awake in bed, struggling to find peace. Suddenly, a quiet knock startled him. Opening his door carefully, he saw Mia standing anxiously. Forgive me, she whispered, stepping quickly inside. But I had to know you're safe, Alex gently reassured her. I'm all right. The Queen was fair, but we must remain cautious. Alex, Mia said softly, her eyes filled with deep sadness. Perhaps it would be safer if we stopped seeing each other completely. Alex took her hands firmly. Mia, please don't say that. I can't imagine losing you. Mia's eyes filled with tears, her voice trembling gently. But I fear losing you more. Alex held her carefully, comforting her softly. We'll protect each other, remember? We can't let fear destroy our love. Mia nodded gently, wiping tears. Away? You're right. But it's becoming harder every day. I know, Alex replied gently. But I believe in us. We must be strong. They stood quietly for a moment, sharing silent comfort and determination. Finally, Mia spoke softly. We must be even more careful now. Agreed, Alex said firmly. We'll find a way. After Mia left, Alex sat quietly, his thoughts heavy. He understood clearly the risks they faced, but knew deeply he could never give up Mia. Days passed, tense and careful. Alex stayed alert, noticing the supervisor's eyes following him closely. Yet he remained composed, demonstrating professionalism in every action. One morning, a messenger suddenly arrived, delivering an invitation to Alex for a private meeting with Queen Ildara. Curious and nervous, Alex quickly prepared, walking swiftly to the Queen's chambers. Inside, Queen Ildara greeted him calmly. Alex, I have watched your conduct closely. Your loyalty to our customs impresses me. Thank you, Your Majesty, Alex responded respectfully. Yet, she continued thoughtfully, your feelings for Mia are clear. Alex nodded slowly, choosing honesty. Again, yes, Your Majesty, Queen Ildara sighed gently. Our traditions exist for stability, yet perhaps change is sometimes necessary. I need time to think deeply. Of course, Your Majesty, Alex replied humbly, hope flickering gently inside. Leaving the Queen's chambers, Alex felt cautiously optimistic. Perhaps their love could survive after all. Yet, he knew clearly the challenges ahead remained daunting. Still, Alex felt renewed strength. That night, Alex sent a careful note to Mia. We must remain patient. Hope is near. Alex fell asleep peacefully, believing in their future together, no matter how difficult the road ahead. Alex awoke early the next morning, feeling determined yet cautious. His heart held both hope and fear after sharing his true feelings with Mia. He dressed carefully, thinking deeply about how to handle the days ahead without placing Mia in danger. At breakfast, Ambassador Lisa Hart noticed Alex's thoughtful expression. You seem troubled, she remarked gently, sipping her tea. It's complicated, Alex admitted, choosing his words carefully. The culture here is complex. One small mistake could create serious problems. Lisa nodded understandingly. Just remember, our mission here is important. Keep your focus clear. Of course, Alex replied quietly. Knowing he had already crossed a dangerous line, throughout the day Alex stayed busy, attending diplomatic meetings and discussions. Yet his mind kept wandering. Back to Mia. He spotted her only briefly during lunch, serving quietly from a distance. They exchanged a quick, careful glance that held both warmth and sadness. Later, as evening fell, Alex walked quietly through the palace halls, hoping for a moment of peace. He felt tense, wondering if their secret was safe. Suddenly, he heard hurried footsteps approaching. Turning swiftly, he saw Mia's worried face. Her eyes were wide with anxiety as she quickly approached him. "Alex, we must talk," Mia whispered urgently, glancing around nervously. "Come quickly?" Alex followed her swiftly into a small, hidden alcove nearby. Mia closed the door carefully, turning to him with fearful eyes. "What's happened?" Alex asked softly, deeply concerned. "Someone reported our meeting last night," Mia explained hurriedly, her voice trembling. "I overheard the supervisors discussing it. They haven't identified you yet, but they're suspicious." Alex's heart sank. "What does this mean for you?" Mia took a deep breath, steadying herself. "They are watching me closely now. If they find proof, I will be severely punished." Alex clenched his fists in frustration. "We must be even more careful." "Yes," Mia whispered sadly, "but we cannot meet alone again." Alex nodded slowly, his heart heavy. "I understand. I'll do anything to protect you." Mia's eyes softened with gratitude. "Your safety is important too. We must both be cautious." With a gentle, longing glance, Mia quietly slipped away, leaving Alex alone in the shadowed alcove. His mind raced, filled with worry and frustration. He knew they faced enormous risks, but his feelings for Mia were too strong to ignore. Days passed slowly, filled with constant tension. Alex saw Mia from afar, always careful not to look too long or too openly. Yet he noticed supervisors watching Mia closely, their suspicion clear. His heart ached with helplessness. One afternoon, Ambassador Lisa approached him quietly after a meeting. Her eyes were serious. "Alex, I've noticed some supervisors behaving strangely around you and Mia. Have you broken any rules?" she asked softly. Concerned, Alex hesitated, then decided honesty was best. "I've become close with Mia," he admitted quietly. "But nothing serious has happened." Lisa sighed deeply. "You know how dangerous this is." "I do," Alex replied firmly. "But I can't control how I feel." Lisa nodded thoughtfully. "Just be careful, Alex. Diplomatic relations depend on your actions." "I understand," Alex said sincerely, grateful for her understanding. That evening, Alex felt restless, trapped by his worries. He wandered aimlessly into the gardens again, seeking calm. Suddenly, he heard harsh voices nearby, hidden behind tall bush. Cautiously, Alex moved closer, listening carefully. "We must deal with Mia quickly," a supervisor's harsh voice stated. Coldly, "She's become a risk." "Yes," another replied. "But we must find solid proof first." Alex's heart raced with fear. He quickly backed away, his mind spinning. Mia was in real danger. He knew he had to act quickly, but carefully. Determined, Alex swiftly returned to his quarters, trying desperately to find a solution. He knew he couldn't let Mia suffer because of their feelings. Late into the night, he formulated a plan. Early the next morning, Alex met privately with Ambassador Lisa. "I need your help," he pleaded softly. Lisa listened carefully as Alex explained Mia's situation. Her face showed deep concern. "You want me to help protect her?" Lisa asked quietly. "Yes," Alex replied sincerely. "If we can convince Queen Eldara that Mia is loyal and innocent, perhaps we can save her," Lisa considered carefully. "It's risky, but we can't let harm come to someone innocent. I'll help." Relief washed over Alex. "Thank you." Together, they approached Queen Eldara later that day, requesting an urgent audience. The queen listened carefully, her expression unreadable. "Mia has served faithfully," Alex explained earnestly. She guided me carefully to avoid any offenses. Any suspicions about her loyalty are mistaken. The Queen's eyes narrowed slightly. Considering his words, I respect your honesty, Diplomat Carter. I will investigate carefully. Thank you, Your Majesty, Alex replied gratefully. Days passed, filled with tension and uncertainty. Alex waited anxiously for news. Finally, the Queen summoned Alex and Lisa again. My investigation found no wrongdoing, Queen Eldara declared calmly. Mia's loyalty remains unquestioned. Alex exhaled quietly, his relief immense. Thank you for your fairness, Your Majesty. However, Queen Eldara continued sharply, her voice firm, you must remember our rules clearly. Any further issues will have severe consequences. I understand, Alex replied seriously. Leaving the throne room, Alex felt a mix of relief and worry. He knew their secret feelings still posed a great risk. Yet, the Queen's decision gave them breathing space. That night, Alex received a quiet, careful note from Mia. Thank you for protecting me. I miss you deeply. His heart warmed, feeling both joy and sadness. Alex understood clearly that their love was forbidden. Yet, the strength he felt from Mia's simple words gave him hope. Lying awake, Alex resolved firmly to find a way for them to be together safely. No matter how dangerous their path, he knew his love for Mia was worth any risk. The next morning, Alex awoke early, feeling restless. He carefully rehearsed the special greeting Mia had taught him. Each movement had to be exact. His heart pounded with anxiety, knowing how much depended on getting this right. Alex dressed, carefully straightening his formal clothing. He stepped out into the hallway, joining Ambassador Lisa Hart, who looked at him thoughtfully. You seem tense, Lisa noted quietly. This greeting is complicated, Alex admitted honestly. Just remember what you practice, Lisa advised gently. You'll do fine. Together, they entered the grand hall where Queen Eldara awaited them. Alex took a deep breath, approaching the Queen carefully. His movements were precise and graceful, following Mia's instructions perfectly. The Queen watched closely, her eyes sharp but satisfied. Well done, Queen Eldara said softly. You honor our traditions. Alex bowed, relief washing over him. As he straightened, his eyes found Mia at the far end of the hall. She looked relieved, her face soft with silent approval. After the ceremony, the atmosphere felt lighter. Alex attended several diplomatic meetings with confidence, each conversation smoother than before. However, he still remained cautious, knowing the rules. Later that evening, Alex walked quietly through the gardens again, finding peace in the fragrant flowers and softly glowing lights. Lost in thought, he heard quiet footsteps behind him. Turning, he saw Mia approaching hesitantly. You did very well today, she said softly, eyes warm with pride. Thanks to you, Alex replied gratefully. I couldn't have managed without your guidance. Mia smiled shyly, her eyes sparkling softly in the evening light. You have adapted quickly. You make it easier, Alex confessed quietly. For a moment, they stood silently, the gentle night air around them filled with unspoken words. Mia finally looked down, her face growing serious again. Alex, I must warn you, Mia whispered urgently. There are eyes everywhere. Some attendants are suspicious. Are you in danger? Alex asked. Suddenly worried, Mia shook her head gently. Not yet, but we must be careful. Alex nodded solemnly, understanding the importance of caution. Yet, his heart felt heavy at the thought of not seeing her often. Days passed quietly, and Alex remained cautious, though he still felt Mia's quiet support. They exchanged careful smiles and meaningful glances, always at a safe distance. Yet Alex longed for more. One evening, during another grand feast, Alex watched carefully as Mia served quietly nearby. Her grace and gentle presence filled him with warmth. Suddenly, a harsh voice interrupted his thoughts. You there, Mia! Alex turned quickly to see a royal supervisor glaring fiercely at Mia. Why do you linger near the human diplomat? Your duty is to serve quietly, not to stare, the supervisor scolded sharply. Mia bowed deeply, her face pale. Forgive me, she whispered softly, stepping back. The supervisor continued harshly. Remember your place, or there will be consequences. Alex felt his fist clench, anger boiling within him. Yet he forced himself to stay silent, knowing any protest would make things worse for Mia. Later that night, unable to sleep, Alex paced his quarters. His thoughts were filled with worry for Mia. Finally, driven by his concern, he quietly left his room, moving swiftly towards the servants' quarters. Hidden deep in the palace. Finding Mia's small room, Alex knocked gently. She opened the door cautiously, her eyes widening in surprise. Alex, what are you doing here? She asked nervously. I had to see you, Alex explained softly, his eyes filled with concern. Are you all right? Mia sighed quietly, motioning him to enter quickly. Inside, her room was modest but tidy. Alex noticed the softness in her eyes, the sadness that lingered there. I'll be fine, Mia whispered softly. It's not the first time. Alex shook his head firmly. You don't deserve that treatment. Mia smiled sadly, her voice gentle. It's the way of my people, Alex. I accepted this role knowing the rules. It's not right, Alex insisted quietly, his voice filled with determination. Mia stepped closer, her eyes shining softly in the dim light. Why do you care so much? Alex hesitated, his heart beating faster. Finally, he whispered, Because I care deeply for you, Mia. Mia's eyes widened, her breathing quickening. She looked away briefly, her face filled with a mix of joy and worry. When she finally spoke, her voice trembled softly. You risk so much by saying this, she whispered gently. Alex nodded solemnly. But I can't hide my feelings anymore. Slowly, Mia reached out, her fingers brushing gently against his hand. It was their first true touch, soft and careful. The simple gesture filled them both with warmth and quiet joy. We must be very careful, Mia whispered softly, stepping back gently. But know that I share your feelings. Alex felt relief flood through him, happiness overwhelming his worries for the moment. Yet reality quickly returned. I will protect you, Alex promised sincerely. No matter what happens. Mia smiled tenderly, her voice gentle yet firm. We will protect each other. Knowing the dangers they face, Alex quietly returned to his quarters, his heart filled with both joy and concern. He knew their secret could not remain hidden forever. Yet, the strength he drew from Mia's gentle touch gave him hope. That night, Alex lay awake, realizing how deeply he had fallen for Mia. He knew the risks clearly. But for her, he was willing to face whatever might come. Mia had truly changed everything for him, and there was no turning back now.